Hello everyone, welcome to Marketing 452 International Marketing. This is chapter 16. It's our final chapter, chapter 16. In this chapter, let's talk about how to organize for your global marketing effort, right? Your overall organizational issues for your global marketing effort, okay? Organizing for global marketing. Okay? Does anyone recognize this? Is a society generally, it's a bank. It's actually a bank in France. Okay? The learning objective of this chapter is that we want to list and explain the internal and external factors that impact how global organizations are structured and managed. Note the advantages and disadvantages of the different ways of structuring a firm within international sales. Okay? Discuss global mandates and note how global mandates can affect a firm's organization. Explain why organizational issues for both global firms differ from those of traditional multinational companies. Give examples of how technology can be utilized to support international global communication systems. And list and explain the elements of an effective global control strategy. Discuss the conflicts that can arise between international headquarters and national subsidiaries. And consider a career in global marketing and global marketing career there. Okay? As to the outline of the chapter, we'll talk about the elements that affect the global marketing organization. How do you organize your company for global market? Okay. Types of organizational structures, different types of structures that are being used by companies. Okay. Controlling the global organization. How do you control your organization? Okay. How do you resolve the conflict between headquarters and subsidiaries? Okay? Considering global marketing career, finally. Let's first talk about the elements that affect a global marketing organization. How you organize your company, to deal with issues in global marketing. Right? What do you need to think about? What do you need to consider? Right? First, you need to consider your corporate goal. Right? What's your corporate goal? What's the goal of your company? Right? That is normally spelled out in your mission statement, company's mission statement. Some may have a mission statement, some may have a vision statement, that, right? First one is, you may want to ask yourself, why do we exist? Why do we exist? And why do companies exist? Some exist. The answer is not always the same or not always similar. Right? Some say, we exist to make money, or stakeholders, shareholders. Right? Some say we exist in order to do something to benefit humanity. Right? Like Elon Musk, for example, his SpaceX, his mission is simple. Elon Musk wants to send Earthlings to Mars, to live on Mars. Okay? And the second question you want to ask yourself is, where are we going? Where are we going? What's our strategic directions? Or directions? Right? And are we going like into more like a service type of company or product type of company? We have a product orientation, marketing orientation, or customer orientation. Okay. And the next question you want to ask yourself is, what do we believe in? What do you believe? Well, people, we all have beliefs. Right? We have a spiritual belief. Right? Companies as legal men, they have beliefs too, or the corporate has belief. What do they believe? And the next is, what is our distinctive competence? Distinctive competence, our niche. What are we good at? Okay? What is our strength or weakness? What is our distinctive competence? You need to ask all those questions, answer all those questions in order to determine what kind of a structure you can have, what kind of strategic global goals that you can set for yourself. So you need to consider your strategies as an overall plan, long-term plan, and your objectives. Okay? And they are the companies as the entity. They also have their world view. They have different world views. Yeah, seriously, right? Some hold this world view of ethnocentric orientation. You'll see that some companies believe in that or practice an ethnocentric orientation. That is, they're saying they believe that ideas emanating from home market is considered superior. Right? The headquarters tell the subsidiaries what to do. Okay, that's ethnocentric. There are companies that practice polycentric orientation, that they believe that each market is considered unique, and local subsidiaries given leeway to develop and implement their own strategies. Let them do themselves. Okay? There is also the geocentric orientation. All national units, they believe all national units, including domestic ones, must consider what is best for the whole organization. What is the best for the whole organization? Not just for your domestic, home country unit. Right? The headquarters holds power, but keeps channels of good ideas and senior management open for subsidiaries. Okay? These are different world views by the companies. Right? There's nothing right or wrong. It's just different type of companies. Companies are older or younger, they all have different orientations like that. Okay? There are other elements that affect your marketing organization. There are internal factors, right? The importance of international sales. For some companies, their international sales is only a small percentage. Right? But others, more than half their sales is international. So the higher the percentage of international sales, the more complicated structure the company may have. Right? Also, the diversity of international markets they serve. Diversity of international markets served. The greater the diversity, the more complicated structure it is. Okay? Also, the level of economic commitment. How much do you want to commit to that? Right? Some are unwilling or unable to commit resources means you can only have a simpler structure. Internal factors, there's also the human resource availability. If there's a lack of available personnel, that means your growth will be constrained. Okay? And also there's the issue of organizational flexibility. Is the organization flexible enough to adapt to change? Right? Even companies that establish a perfect design for the present find themselves in trouble later on when the firm grows or industry changes. Okay, so are you flexible enough to adapt to those changes? There are, in addition to the internal factors, there are external factors, forces that may affect your organization. Right? There's a geographic distance. It is on the other side of the earth, in other continent, or far away from your home office. You have to do a lot more work. Right? Simple things like time zones. Right? Time zones. Yeah. We are in the New York Eastern Standard Time zones, right? Your factory in or marketing subsidiaries in China or Japan is 12 hours away from us. Yeah. We are here now. It's 12 at noon. They are 12 o'clock midnight. Okay? So you have to find ways to work with that. Right? Also, the types of customers they have. Companies that serve very few geographically concentrated customers will organize differently than those serving a large amount of fewer customers in country after country. Can you imagine that? Right? Also, government regulations, political risks, and laws involving imports, exports, taxes, and hiring affect your organizational structure as well. And type of structures. Companies without international specialists. Right? Some companies do not have international specialists. Right? And they are reactive. They are not proactive. Right? Inquiries from foreign buyers who saw an advertisement in a trade magazine or attended a trade show, they say, "Oh, okay, you want my stuff? I'll work with you. I'll sell you." Right? Buyer buyer interacts with the sales manager inside the salesperson, a product sales manager, or an outside salesperson. As international sales grow, international specialists will be needed. You will definitely, sooner or later, you will need an international specialist to handle those international sales. Okay? The international specialist and the export department, you can be proactive or not proactive. Yeah. Respond to inquiries. Sometimes the companies are reactive. They respond to inquiries from abroad. They manage exhibits and international trade shows. Okay? They handle export documentation, shipping, insurance, and financial matters. Maintain contact with embassies, export financing agencies, and various departments of commerce. Okay? You can be reactive and not proactive. Okay? This is a organizational structure of a company with an international specialist. Okay, you can see where is this international specialist? Right here, over the lower right-hand corner of this green one. Okay, the company has a president and CEO. They have vice president of production, VP R&D, VP marketing, controller, the personnel manager, HR manager. Okay? Under VP marketing, they may have a marketing research manager, advertising manager, sales manager, new products manager, and distribution manager. Okay? Under the sales manager, they have a southern region manager, midwestern region manager, eastern manager, and western manager. And then, upon inquiries from abroad, they say, "Oh, we need to sell global." Then they have an international specialist. This international specialist of the company work with an export agent, and outside agent. Remember, outside agent, and then the person reports to the sales manager. That's an international specialist structure. Okay? You can see many companies, when they first started their international operation, they may use this structure. Okay? But imagine what happens if their international sales grows. It grows further and further. For example, if it grows further, the international specialist or person in charge of here international operation may need help from not just the sales manager, but probably new product manager or distribution manager, ad manager, or research manager. Okay? They deal with other people. Okay? So that's the international. Then they may have an international division, right? International divisions are created when international sales coordination extends beyond the capacity of international specialists or export department. And they directly involved in the development and implementation of their global strategy. The division will actively seek out opportunities in foreign countries. They may have regional or local offices, close contact with the market, internationally. And then the international division is formed. Now, this division, led by Vice President of International, is actually in line with the other Vice President, VP of R&D, Marketing, Controller, and Production. Right? They report to the President and CEO of the company. Under the VP International Division, they have Marketing Manager, Production Manager, and the Marketing Manager, they may have office managers in Japan, UK, France, Australia, etc. Sales office in different countries. Right? That's an international division structure. Right? They grow and grow and grow to have an international division. Okay? Then next, they may find that they need to diversify into a different geographical area. The company may evolve into a geographical organizational structure. It becomes appropriate when company needs intimate knowledge of its customers and their environments. It gives company opportunity to understand the local culture, economy, politics, laws, and competitive situation. There are two types of that geographic organizational structure: regional management centers or country-based organizations. Okay? Regional management centers, they focus on regions of the world. They market the similarity and size to market similarity and size, allows company to locate marketing and manufacturing efforts in such a way as to take advantage of regional agreements such as NAFTA. Well, NAFTA is no longer there, USMCA and others. They may put companies in closer contact with distributors, customers, and subsidiaries. That's regional management centers. Okay? Here's an example of regional management. Under the company's president and CEO, there is a corporate staff supporting the CEO. Then they have regional management in North America, Europe, Latin America, Middle East, Far East, and Australia. And this vice president of a Latin American operation, you have their manufacturing, finance, engineering, personnel, and country operations. Okay? And that VP, you have marketing, direct marketing, and that they have sales, advertising, and market research. You can see this regional management to sell the whole structure under the VP Latin American operations is almost just like an independent company now. Okay? Hong Kong. This is actually outdated, but anyway, Hong Kong used to be preferred as a center for Asian headquarters, right? Because of political and legal stability before, and good infrastructure, professional services, and quality local managers, and close to location to key Asian markets like China, Japan, and South Korea. But since the 1997, in Chinese the communist takeover, and especially in the last 5 years or so, the Chinese Communist Party, the CCP, the Chinese leadership, exerts more and more control over Hong Kong. They pass laws, national security laws to restrict Hong Kong. So Hong Kong is no longer preferred as headquarters anymore. Okay, but it used to be, so unfortunately. Appeals to expatriates with families. I've been to Singapore several times, 3-4 times. It's a lovely country, very clean, nice, just a little bit expensive, but not too bad. And then there is a country-based, for geographical organizational structure, you can have country-based organizations. You can separate a unit for each country. Right? You can have extremely sensitive to the local market because they have a different unit in different country. They're extremely sensitive to local custom, laws, and needs, but it's expensive to maintain. Many companies are phasing out country-based structures and are moving toward regional centers. Okay? This is the country's organization. President, CEO, corporate staff, then have US, France, Italy, Israel, Brazil, Australia. Under each, you have marketing operations and operations. Marketing functions and operations, basically. Okay? That's a country organization. Okay? There's a regional organization. Okay? You can have this headquarters, have different regions, and each region, like under Europe, you have country organization, UK, France, Switzerland, Italy, and Spain, and then marketing and operations. Okay? There's a regional operation. And then there is another type called functional organizational structures. Top executives in marketing, finance, production, accounting, and research and development all have worldwide responsibilities. Yeah, it's divided by the functions. It's best for narrow or homogeneous product lines with little variation between products or geographical markets. Okay? This is a functional organization. And as president, CEO, you have different functions: production, accounting, marketing, R&D, and manufacturing, each led by a vice president. Right? And each vice president, functional VP, you can have country offices: France, Turkey, Spain, Japan, and Brazil. Okay? This is a functional global organization. Okay? Some companies turn development into product organizational structure. Each product group is responsible for marketing and sales planning, and in some cases, production and research and development. Other functions such as legal, accounting, and finance can be included in the product group or performed by corporate staff. Okay? It's common for companies with several unrelated product lines. Okay? Product structures, this is a product organization. There's a VP human resource, finance, marketing, VP R&D, manufacturing, and planning, right? And there's a CEO and VP president, and they oversee president VPs for each product line A, B, C, D, E. Right? For each one, you have product management, distribution and sales, and advertising. Okay? You can see it's getting more and more complicated. Okay? That's product organization. Okay? Then finally, there is a matrix organizational structure. It is developed to overcome drawbacks of geographic, functional, and product organization structures. Allows for two or more dimensions of theoretical weight. That is importance to product and geography. The complexity can cause duplication of authority, confusion of responsibility, and power struggle among leaders. Can you imagine? And requires a change in management structure from traditional authority to influence system based on technical competence, interpersonal sensitivity, and leadership. Okay? This is a matrix organization. You have under the CEO, right? You have VP in marketing, finance, human resource, manufacturing, research, and planning, different functions. You have VPs in different regions or countries, okay? And each one of them is this one for European regions. You have directors for different functional areas, okay? And also you have VP for different product lines, okay? You can see this is getting more and more complicated. The brand managers here in certain country may find that he or she may have to deal with many bosses. Okay, it's getting too complicated. Global mandates. Global mandate express assignment to carry out a task on a global scale. Okay? That's an express assignment to carry out a task on a global scale. It includes global account management and global brand management. You manage your brand account and manage your brand. Okay? You may have a global teams to do that. Global teams consisting of members from different parts of the world. They are often cross-functional. Companies used to create regional solutions, pricing corridors to reduce gray trade in the region, for example, is one. A regional solution or pan-regional advertising, you use that to global teams to focus on those areas to provide solutions. Mm-hmm. There are companies that are born global, right? Born global firms, right? Born global firms can adopt global organization from the start. They forego costs associated with structural change. They have a global structure from the very beginning, right? But firms that move into the international markets more slowly can build up market and cultural knowledge over time, right? You can cultivate and support increasingly extensive worldwide operations through recruitment and training of knowledgeable and experienced managers and staff. You can do that. Okay? Learning from born globals. You can learn something from them. Business that derive significant advantage from the use of resources and sales in multiple countries. Okay? And they're often forced to be global because the domestic market is too small for them. Okay? Born globals tend to conduct the majority of the R&D in the home market, but learn quickly from international exposure. Those companies can do that. These firms have a management that lacks a fear of internationalization. They're born globals. They don't have that much fear towards that. How to control your organization, global organization? How, as a manager in the headquarters, control the global organization? You need to have a communication system. Effective communication systems facilitate control. Okay? Siemens, German company Siemens, they use a ShareNet system for effective communication. Okay? There are some elements of a control strategy. Right? First, develop strength standards. Okay? You need to formulate the behavior standards and performance standards. So as to implement the standards and to make your subsidiaries in conformity to meet the requirements of those standards, right? And you need to have a system to measure and evaluate their performance in accordance with the standards. And thirdly, you should analyze and correct deviations from standards. If there are deviations from the standards, you need to analyze it, find it, and correct it. Okay? Do that. And you can use corporate culture as control. A good corporate culture as a control system. Okay? If an international firm can establish a strong corporate culture across its subsidiaries, then managers from its various units share a single vision and value. If they share the same single vision and values, it's easier to control. See, yeah. There could be conflicts between headquarters and subsidiaries. These conflicts are inevitable, often inevitable, because subsidiary managers usually want more authority and differentiation. Okay? But the headquarters may want more detailed reporting and greater unification of geographically dispersed operations. So you can see where the conflict may be inevitable. Okay? But the conflict is not all bad. Right? Conflict generates constant dialogue regarding the international marketing dilemma. Okay, you can learn and grow to become more mature, right? More knowledgeable with conflict and conflict resolution. Okay? And there's the issue of standardization versus adaptation as well. You can see that, right? And you can see, I'm not going through this chart here. I'll let you read that. And I want you to read it before when you prepare for your test. The perceptions of issues from home office perspective, from subsidiary perspective, right? For example, visits from home office managers to subsidiaries are usually productive. Okay? Home office agrees more, subsidiaries agrees less. Okay? Let's look at this one. There's not enough emphasis at the subsidiaries on strategic thinking and long-term planning. Home office agrees more, subsidiary agrees less. Okay. Let's look at this one, number 6. The home office generally tries to change subsidiaries rather than trying to understand and perhaps adapt to them. The home office agrees less than subsidiaries agrees more. You can see the different perspective, right? I want you to read that, look at that, read it, and understand it. Okay. I may not give you a test based on just that, but the meanings or the understanding is embedded with this. Okay? Global marketing directors, right? These are the job functions in international marketing. Yeah, global marketing directors. What do global marketing directors do? They design, create, and maintain global marketing system. They seek to standardize wherever possible. Right? They perform strategic planning, budgeting, and implementation with functions, regions, and countries. Right? They participate in performance evaluation of functional and regional managers. Country managers, on the other hand, seek to adapt to local country environment wherever possible. Okay? They work with the customers, competition, strategic partners, new ideas, and government relations. Country managers. The key to success, being able to recognize that the perspectives of headquarters is different from that. Okay? I'm sorry, I skipped here. Here is a clear example of one lady here, one person. Her name is Susanna Ilespuru. Okay? You can see her career path. In 1978, July 1978, and she became a marketing research assistant in Peru for Procter & Gamble. Okay? In next year, in February 1979, she became the ad brand assistant for Ace, right? And then become a brand assistant for Zest in test marketing, and then brand assistant for Salvo in new product division. In 1980, 2 months sales training was done. Right? And after that, she became the assistant brand manager, from brand assistant to assistant brand manager for Salvo. Okay? And then in 81, became brand manager for Salvo and Kamei. Then became brand manager for Pampers, to launch Pampers and Kamei. Then became assistant brand manager for Crest Tartar Control, right, at headquarters of Procter & Gamble. And then she was again back to Peru to become the country manager of Peru. Yeah. In 1990s, she became general manager in Peru. Is also a member of P&G Worldwide Generations Committee. Yeah. In 1992, she became general manager for Peru, Bolivia, Ecuador, and VP of P&G Worldwide. You can see how she progressed in this area in the international marketing. Okay? Key attributes of successful managers: overseas experience. You should have overseas experience. Right? You have experience with diversity. Okay? You're dealing with diversity. You have excellent planning skills, an open and flexible mind. Remain poised while plowing through roadblocks from simple to absurd. Okay? There are some job titles in international marketing that you should know, you should be aware of, that you may consider when you apply for jobs later on. Account representative, that's one in international marketing. Advertising executive, okay. Brand manager, okay. Buyer, right. Direct mail specialist, distribution manager, franchise specialist, internet marketing specialist, marketing planner, marketing researcher or market researcher, product manager, promotions director, public relations manager, sales agent, wholesale salesperson. Okay? These are the titles. So possible employment settings in international marketing. You can work at ad agencies, consulting companies, entertainment companies, right? Franchisees or franchisors, right? Government, right? Industry, manufacturers, service industries, media, nonprofits, PR companies, retailers, transportation firms, wholesalers, financial institutions. Okay? The skills and abilities employers seek, right? Skills and abilities employers seek in international marketing. Right? They want you to have the ability to produce quality deliverables. Quality deliverables. Okay? You can deliver. Okay? Creativity is a skill you need. Planning and problem solving. Oral communications, one-on-one and group. Okay? Written communications, concise, analytic, and persuasive. Computer skills, foreign languages, quantitative and qualitative skills, secondary research, data collection, analysis, and reporting, primary research, design, data collection, analysis, and reporting. Some of you are taking my marketing research class right now, so you know the importance of those research skills. Okay? And more skills, abilities employers are seeking, your ability to successfully work with people, adaptability, flexibility, ability to overcome obstacles and challenges, leadership, teamwork, management or supervisory experience, negotiation, work with different personalities and background. Okay? You should have that. And if you do have that, don't hesitate to put that in your resume. Okay? And there are professional marketing organizations you should join, you may want to join in order to broaden your scope and enrich your experience, like American Advertising Federation, American Marketing Association, AMA, National Retail Merchants Association, Market Research Association, Sales and Marketing Executives International, another one, and Sales Promotion Executives Association.